What's up everybody, welcome back to Osu News, the show where we talk about the most important Osu news that happened during the week. Unfortunately, I can't say that this is a weekly show because, haven't uploaded an episode in 2 weeks, but we'll eventually get that status back. We had some interesting topics that we're going to talk about in this video, so let's get started. Actually, before we do, if you want to be updated on the latest Osu news, then consider dropping a sub to the channel, it would really be appreciated. So our first story for this video is rather interesting and came out of nowhere. So on August 16th of 2024, randomly loads of Polish players were getting banned/restricted in Osu. I mean, just to name a few, players like Miles Naismith, Flapsec, Sowisti, Kairim, and many more were actually restricted. However, these restrictions were pretty short, only lasted about 15 minutes and they were instantly unrestricted after that. But this situation became even more confusing when a popular content creator by the name of Lemus also got restricted alongside those Polish players. That's right, the content creator tweeted about it saying, "Why is my rank gun?" showing a picture that he actually got restricted for some reason. Similar to the previous cases, the restriction lasted very shortly. But then an hour or so after this happened, it was discovered what actually happened. And it was surprising to absolutely everybody. 5 Polish top players by the name of Michny, Bartek, Yezmin, BMG and Tomasz Szyk, all of which are very popular Polish players and also have played in OWC, have been restricted in Osu for mass reporting multiple people and getting them restricted in Osu. Now, all of these players are absolutely high ranked. For example, Tomasz Szyk, for example, was even top 50. And if you go to check their Osu profiles, you'll see that they're gone. But even knowing this, we still don't know what was the reason behind them mass reporting multiple players and getting them restricted in Osu. So I did manage to get in contact with Bartek, one of the people that was part of this group, and I did manage to get a response from him as to why this all happened. This is what he said. "That day we've heard about Miles Naismith getting restricted, we weren't the ones to do that. After that, we got to know that the thing that got him restricted was mass reporting. We stumbled upon the same thing around 2016-17 when we accidentally did the same thing to SMT bot, tournament referee bot, which was hella inefficient, which we reported around 3 to 4 people and got restricted, which resulted in the tournament being shifted by a week. We didn't mean to restrict him or do anything bad related to the tournament, an accident. As of then, we were shocked you could still do that and it wasn't fixed. The idea arose that how about we checked what are the requirements for someone to get banned. We don't really remember who the first victim was, but this person got unbanned in like 5 to 15 minutes, so we decided to proceed with it since it didn't harm anyone. We've also checked whether the person we are reporting was in a tournament match right then so that no one suffers from that. The thing we found out was the higher ranked someone is, the more reports you have to send him to get banned. Badges or OWC participation doesn't matter at all. We tested it when we banned Michny, a guy who was sending reports with us. He currently has 10 badges, participated in OWC, and what matters the most, around 1k rank. That means that during an upcoming OWC, any group consisting of enough people can get an OWC member banned. It will probably get resolved quickly, but it might impact the result of the match. The same thing goes for the currently hosted tourney called Corsairs, which is being refed by a bot. Extremely easy to ban since it's low rank. In addition, a case of thing happening has already been seen during 5KWC Grand Finals match, so yes, it's a pretty huge problem for the tournament scene. We could have contacted staff about it, that is true, and we probably should have done that, but it was a very spontaneous decision, so all we can say now is that we are sorry. After all of that happening, we got to know that people getting unbanned right after getting banned was thanks to staff doing their job, but we thought it was an automatic system doing that. We didn't realize we were wasting someone else's time, and that's what we apologize for. Bartek also mentions how this happened to Mize, one of the grand finalists in the 5WC Grand Finals, and also the day after this, the same thing happened to the person that vetoed Bang Bang. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then click the right corner of the screen to watch that video related to the mapping drama. But yeah, what do you think about this entire mass reporting situation happening and 5 Polish players getting restricted because of this? Let me know down in the comment section. But another thing that we have to talk about in this video is the Kapnoyr situation, which is pretty crazy. But for those of you that don't know who Kapnoyr is, he is essentially an Osu commentator YouTuber who has been on the rise recently. However, he has recently been in some controversy. In one of his recent videos by the name of The SAG Situation is Crazy, where he talks about the Bang Bang veto and SAG getting harassed because of the veto he did, in one of the parts of the video he said this.
If you guys are wondering why these guys are calling Sagan racist here, it's because if you spell the backwards of Sagan's name, it spells Nico.
Now I'm not going to play the rest of the clip, but yes, he did indeed say the N-word. This part of the video did get posted on Twitter as a clip where it blew up, getting around around 39,000 views and 1.6k likes, in which most of the people just took this clip as a joke and thought nothing more of it. However, Kapnoyr posted a tweet regarding this clip, and this is what he said. Am I racist for saying the N-word in my video today? I personally don't care if you guys call me racist for it. I feel like people are just so scared of being labeled a racist nowadays. To me, it is a buzzword that has lost all meaning due to overuse in my generation. And there were multiple responses to this, mainly being negative. User Sytho, a pretty popular TikToker and also content creator, said this: just don't say it. If you are legitimately a racist, then nobody will ever respect you. No chance for a job, career, relationship, or a happy life. Have fun with that. Sytho also replied with this: you're not black, that's disrespectful to say regardless. WindowLife, another pretty popular also shorts creator, said that this explanation ain't it, bro. But some people were defending him, saying that with the context that was in the video, it wasn't really racist since he doesn't target anyone. But also some people say otherwise because he has previously tweeted something like this. For example, if you want to read it, then pause for yourself and read it. Kapnoyr also tweeted once again saying this: I worded my last post super wrong where it gave the aggression impression that I said the word in my video because I wanted to be racist and I didn't care if people thought that about me. And I just want to say that that was not my intention. My main intention with that post was to challenge the idea of people thinking it's racist if I just said it on its own, and that I feel like people just say things are racist even when they really aren't, which is why I felt like the word racist lost its meaning lately. I do give my transcend thoughts at the time on Twitter every time I feel like I have some sort of philosophical message to tell, but I do think I worded it extremely wrong and I now have a lot of people hating on me. My apologies to those who I disrespected with that post. Kapnoyr also uploaded a video essentially covering this entire situation from his side. People also found it funny that despite the last few tweets that he tweeted, he still said the N-word in the video a few times. Also, Kapnoyr addressed the Sytho thing by stating this in the video.
Against him, but when I did meet him at COE, I did ask him a question on what did he think about the N-word. I mean, it's a weird question probably to ask like this in general, but it was eventually in that topic in conversation, and he was saying, okay, I don't really care if people say it as long as it's not the R and all of that. And I was like, okay, well, that's pretty fine. I also agree with that. Then he made this whole juxtaposition on his beliefs here, or I guess he's pretty familiar with switching up his ideas and beliefs, where one day he's saying he's quitting the game and then next day he's not quitting the game, but then he's quitting again. So he's very fickle with his beliefs, it seems. But he just says here, you're not black, that's disrespectful to say regardless. And I don't know, I just felt like that whole juxtaposition of Sytho's release here is a bit dishonest and disingenuous to me. I have nothing against Sytho personally, but just the judgment of his character here, and I just wanted to say that maybe that reveals some things about him. I have nothing against him personally. I think he's very fucking chill.
Sytho then re-uploaded this part of the video on Twitter with question marks in the caption, essentially stating that what he said here is just ridiculous. He also commented on the video itself stating this: my guy, I'm telling you as it is. People will find it disrespectful. I never said this was my opinion. And it seems that most people on Twitter also agree with Sytho on this entire situation. But yeah, as of me recording this video, that is currently what there is to this situation. Let me know what you think down in the comments. However, another thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that the NoMod PP record this week got broken 3 times on the same map. The first time the NoMod PP record was broken was when Rafis FC Jushin Nokonrei with NoMod, getting his first 1.1k PP play and also the #1 score on the map at the time. The play was worth 1169 PP. Then, just 4 days later, a Russian player by the name of VoProSSoFF set another NoMod PP record with another FC on Jushin Nokonrei, getting 6 100s less than Rafis and beating his accuracy, setting the new NoMod PP record at the time, which was 1184 PP and the #1 score on the map at the time. But then another 4 days later, and the one and only WindowLife decided that he wanted a piece of the cake as well, seeing Jushin Nokonrei once again with 5 100s less than VoProSSoFF, beating the accuracy, getting the #1 score on the map, and setting what is currently the NoMod PP record at 1197 PP. And yeah, what do you think about this NoMod PP record fiasco? Let me know down in the comments. Other pretty important news that happened this week: Ruruchi no longer has any #1 scores on any map. The Ukrainian PP record has been beaten after almost 1100 days. A new fellow point interview has been released on the also catch player by the name of Motion. Chaos Litz is the first person to set an SS on the crazy marathon map by the name of the Unforgiving. Unfortunately, he did not record a live play, so he can't claim the bounty that was set on the map for this, but regardless, this is still an insane achievement, so congratulations to him for this. Reused has changed his username to Reuse but with lowercase letters. Rafis has now reached 19k PP in OS standard. Bromaster L has officially returned to YouTube after a pretty long time, uploading a video on the history of Evoxa. And finally, COE 2025 has been officially announced. This time the event will be 7 days long. But yeah, that's essentially it for this video. If you haven't watched my previous video talking about the mapping drama that happened that week, then be sure to do watch that video as well. It's on screen right now, be sure to click it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.